playing another Tiny Super's speed shot. The title of this one is called The Kings of Scream, the Halloween edition or the Spice Pumpkin edition or whatever you want to call it for October. Um, the background on this adventure: the yearly fright house, known as the Kings of Scream, entertains both children and adults for the Halloween season. During the week it's open, thousands of people will flock to this haunted house for their yearly fright during the October Halloween season. Unfortunately, though, this year there have been reports of missing children who were last known to be at the house or going to the house but did not return home. The Melody City Police Department are kind of at their wits' end. Uh, all leads show that the children uh, arrived at the house and left the house, and they've got no leads on where to look at next. Now, several rumors are spreading around that maybe the children are just runaways, run away, and hopefully they'll return home soon. The owners of the Kings of Scream have passed all police investigation. There appears to be no parent involvement from them or any of their employees for the uh, disappearances. But maybe there's something more nefarious going on, and maybe it's time the superheroes of Melody City will step in to solve this and locate the missing children. This evening we have two superheroes. Yang, if you will, tell me about who you're going to be playing and what their thoughts are on hearing about these missing children.
By day, he's an ordinary kosher cart vendor in the financial district. By night, he's a hero dressed in black biker helmet and leather biker gear without a bike, out to fight for truth, justice, and kosher way. As the paragon of virtue, is Stealth Fighter. So I'm going to be playing Stealth Fighter, and he has been reading the daily news, and he's wondering, maybe I should go and check this out. And he wraps up, and prepares for closure and packs everything up by about 5:30 in the afternoon. He stows the cart and rushes over to a Starbucks bathroom, changes into his gear, and phases through the ground, flying on the other side, through the sewers, and up the other side. He's flying up in the air, trying to head straight to this haunted house that he's been hearing about.
All right, sounds good. We will see what Stealth can locate from there. And joining you in the expedition tonight will be our hero played by Daniel. Daniel, if you can tell me about who you're playing and their thoughts.
So I'm playing young Molly. She's 10 years old. She's come into her powers pretty recently and goes by the superhero name of Firefly, as she controls the light. However, being that it's Halloween, she is in costume as Wonder Woman, her favorite superhero. And she, has heard about the issues, and the people at the mansion, kind of some of the higher superheroes have, thought maybe she would be ideal to go through the house as a child and see what she can see. So she's getting on her costume and getting her little, her pumpkin so she can collect any candies or whatever, and she's gonna head over in that direction.
All right, sounds good. Stealth, as you make your way over there, if you're flying, you would know, first of all, most of the millions of people in population in Melody City, they know about superheroes and supervillains. And of course, it being Halloween, some people maybe think that you're just in costume per se, but we'll say you arrive at what's known as the Kings of Scream, the large old house that has turned into this fright fest once a year. You notice a very large crowd that's gathered up in line. It would appear early to gain their tickets in and go through this exhibition. What would you like to do as soon as you arrive?
Well, on his way, actually, he stops by one of those haunted house stores. He walks in there and, purchases a sheet. So he could make, 2 holes out of there and wear it as a ghost. And when that's ready, he puts it over himself and also finds himself a trick or treat basket, and he actually walks over there to mingle with the trick or treaters and other revelers. And yeah, he just blends in with the crowd. Obviously, very, a lot taller than kids that are going in there, but he's definitely an adult who enjoys Halloween. And he just goes in there like a regular paying customer.
Yeah, and you would note that even though with the news blasting the information about some of the missing children were last seen here or coming here, you would notice there's still a large crowd, of course, and there's quite a few upper age teenagers that are by themselves. Of course, some of the younger kids have their parents with them that are in line, and you're able to get into line. And what about Firefly? She makes her way and arrives and sees this large crowd.
So, Molly's going to head towards the line to pay. She has her allowance or whatever to be able to get in, and she's going to look around. I guess they have some kind of like communicator or whatever, right? So,
yep, y'all do.
Did Stealth tell anybody that he was coming to this place? Anyone for the mansion?
No, he actually hasn't. He's
okay.
Yeah.
So she's going to get on her communicator and see if if she's supposed to meet anybody. And since there's nobody here that she's just going to go in line by herself for now. Dressed as Wonder Woman.
All right, you're able to get in line. Steph, you hear the communications come across about Firefly trying to contact if anybody else is in the area. Would you respond to it or not at this point?
Yeah, he goes, Firefly? Is that you?
So she kind of like looks around to make sure nobody's looking at her, and then she kind of like goes down to her watch, really like trying to be secretive, but probably super obvious because of the way she's doing it. And she goes, "I'm in line to go into the house."
All right, kid. Call me. The code name is Dad. You could pretend like you're talking to your dad or something.
Oh, good. Yeah, Dad, I'm in line, and my Wonder Woman costume looks really good. I'm dressed as Wonder Woman.
I see you over there. Yeah, I'm gonna get you. Right, I'm gonna be right next to you, kid. Excuse me. And he tries to cut the line and go forward. And obviously, I'm hoping that's gonna go well. Do I have to make a roll for it?
No, but I am. Yeah, you get a few jeers and looks, but the majority of the people pretty much ignore it, And one guy says, "Well, if you take care of your kid better and know where she's at all times, you wouldn't have to be looking for her."
Yeah, sorry about that. She's rambunctious. She runs around everywhere. Sorry, pal. And then he just goes over there and stands next to her. So,
Dad?
Yeah, so did you call Mom and tell other siblings that you're coming over here?
Well, once I was here, yes.
Okay, well, I'm glad that I picked up your call. So, are you excited about this place?
I am excited, although, as you know,
Okay.
I'm afraid of
Okay, he hunches down and he's like, "So, what did you find out so far?"
I just want you to know that don't take this the wrong way, because I really respect you as a superhero and all this, but you probably could have got a better costume.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree, but it's classic. It's got the eye hole, and no one would suspect that I'm actually a superhero underneath this thing.
That's true. Nobody would ever suspect that.
Yeah, it's so lame. It's great. Don't you think so?
Oh, it's definitely lame.
Thanks, kid. He just stands there.
Y'all make your way. Finally, the line progresses, and you're able to buy your tickets, of course, cash only. And
I have Stealth Flutter by mine. My dad.
Obviously, Flighter, because he runs that kosher cart, he deals in cash. He pulls out a couple of fives and looks at the guy. He's like, hey, it's going to cover it, right?
It's $20 for adults and $10 for kids under 12.
$20? That's highway robbery. Come on. Give me a
Well,
break.
look, pal, you can go on down to that other cheap one that's down the street there, but you won't scream like you will at this one.
Yeah,
Oh no, what was that one? Oh no, that one's terrible. Oh no, come on, Dad.
fine. He pulls out the, some of the cash. It's the last of $20 bill that he has, and he hands it over.
Thanks.
Enjoy the show.
I enjoy the show, my ass. All right, these guys really got greedy. You know, when I was a kid, they used to charge like $3 to get into these places.
Yeah, but you could buy a house for like $20 back then.
Whatever, kid. Yeah, so they go in there, I guess.
Yeah, you progress through and make your way. You notice a group of kids ahead of you that probably appear to be between 12 and 15 years of age, maybe. They're unattended as far as any adults, and they're making their way through. About what you would think, maybe you've been in there maybe 10 minutes, you would think, and both of you roll a 2d6 test. Let me know if you succeed.
I do.
I got a 5. Yep.
Steph, you notice one of those kids in that group that's kind of ahead of y'all. You notice him kind of shy away and get away from his group of friends, and it looks like he's kind of walking down what you would think looks like a little hallway. It's real dark where he's going, but he's kind of on his own, kind of looked around to make, he don't think anybody's watching. He goes off in this hallway by himself.
Hey, that's weird. You want to follow that guy?
No, I don't think so. Just so you know, my weakness is that I'm afraid of the dark. So no, I don't think we should go down there because it's dark down there.
Yeah, but this place is a haunted house. It's supposed to be dark.
I like my scariness in the light. Thank you.
Well, it's going to get darker in this hallway soon, too. And, hey, where did that kid go? And Stealth looks around to see if he could still see the kid.
Yeah, once you move up to, kind of what appears to be a little side hallway, roll me a number 2d6 in, Stealth.
I got a 6.
Yeah, you catch a glance of it's just like quickly as the door closes at the end of this hallway, and it appears like you would think it looked like somebody dressed up in a Wolfman suit or something, reached out and grabbed this kid and kind of pulled him into a room. The kid didn't resist or yell out, but you caught just the last part of it as the kid's pulled into this room and the door's closed.
Yeah, Zooks. Hey, did you see that?
I was reaching into my pumpkin to get out some glow sticks, which I'm now breaking and shaking. No, I didn't see anything. I think this is enough. I have like 4 glow sticks.
Well,
right,
you stay on this line. I think I gotta check out where that kid went. I just saw something reach out and grab him.
Oh,
And
geez.
he's obviously whispering.
Yeah, I hand you a glow stick.
No, I can't use a glow stick. I won't be able to use that here. Hold on. Hey, daughter, I need to go to the bathroom. I think I'm having some reaction with that bad hot dog. Just stay in the line, okay? And then he's trying to move out of the line, and he's rushing towards the bathroom.
Molly looks embarrassed.
So
Are you going to head down that hallway like you're looking for the bathroom, or?
yeah, and when it looks pretty clear, as if no one's around, he's going to activate his invisibility.
All right.
And after that, another round goes by. He's going to activate his phase ability and go in the direction where that kid went.
Yeah, you get down to the end of the hallway, and there's a doorway that it's closed. It's an old door. It doesn't appear to be locked. You wouldn't think, but it's kind of at the end of this hallway, and the door is closed.
Okay. At that point, he's going to start to float using his flight ability. And he'll pass through that door, or attempt to pass through that door.
All right. You go through the door, and it goes into a room. It appears to be maybe like, almost looks like a junk room. I mean, it looks like there's a bunch of props and things set up maybe in here, some stuff that they have stored in this room. And you see a guy over around one of the corners, and seems like he's brushing dust and something, but he's dressed like in a werewolf suit. Of course, he doesn't notice you. You do not see the kid.
Oh, man. He's going to look around to see if there's any sign or trail of the kid.
Roll me 2d6.
Whoa, 5 and a 6.
Oh, wow, good. Yeah, you look, it appears, like I said, there's probably sawdust and some buildup of dust on the floor. You can see where the tracks lead over towards that direction, the corner where the wolf man is standing, but you don't see the kid anywhere around. And there's no other doors leading out of this room.
He's going to investigate the sawdust, the sign, the trail of sawdust or lack thereof. He's going to move over there, float around there, and try and see if he could locate the whereabouts of that kid.
Once you get over there, you see the tracks, leading up to there, and it's like he walked up to that area where the wolf man's standing, and then the kid's tracks just completely are gone. And you hear the wolf man kind of breathing heavy in his outfit, and you hear him mutter himself, "I hope this is worth all the money they're paying us."
He's gonna go back out the hallway.
All right.
And he's gonna look around and see if there's anyone watching. If not, he'll turn back towards. He's gonna turn visible again and activate his solid. Deactivate his phasing ability. Return to his friend Firefly, and says,
"Yeah, you can tell. Nobody noticed you. I mean, everybody's so engrossed in the show or whatever. Nobody notices you."
Yeah, he goes back there and says, "Woo, that was a doozy. Sorry about that." And he's gonna lean down and says, "I think I found the tracks. You want to come along?" He asks Firefly.
You're muted, Daniel, if you're...
Oh, man. I had a whole excellent thing. I said, now you missed it. Sticks, and they're pretty bright. I have 4 of them, so they're through a string now around my neck. And I nod my head slowly, okay. But I wanted to ask a question. What was the kid who disappeared dressed as for his costume?
He was dressed as Charlie Brown.
Oh. Okay, so I'm going to actually, before we take off, I'm going to walk forward to one of the kids that it seemed like he was with, and is there a Snoopy there? Or possibly...
There is.
Yep,
there is a Snoopy.
All right, so I'm going to tap on Snoopy's shoulder and I'll say, "Hey, what happened to Charlie Brown? Did he try to kick a football and then he got flipped and then fell on his butt?"
Oh, he said something about he ate a hot dog at one of those vendors that works downtown, those little carts, and it's not settled his stomach very well, and he was going to go to the restroom and come back.
Oh, street meat.
Yeah.
That's why I'm a vegan. Okay. Just curious, because I really like Charlie Brown, especially the Great Pumpkin.
Yeah, I was hoping to win the prize this year for being Snoopy, but everybody likes Charlie Brown.
Well, you're a team, right?
Sure we are.
Okay, I pat him on the head if I can reach, but I'm only a little swiper. And then I kind of move to the side. I say, I could probably use the little girl's room as well. And then I turn and start walking towards that hallway door with my glow sticks.
All right, Steph, are you going to follow along too, or?
Yeah, he's gonna fall back a little bit, and when he's out of that glow stick range, he's gonna turn invisible and activate that phase through again. And once that's done, he's gonna float over to Firefly and says, "Hey kid, I'm still here with you. Can you hear me?"
She jumps. Oh, where?
Just trust me. I can do this. It's one of my superpowers.
What, to creep on me in the dark when you know that I don't like it? That doesn't seem like a very good power.
Well, I mean, can I say it's one of my shticks.
Oh, yeah. I have no idea what that means. And then I'm ready to walk.
All right. Well, just go on. Keep on walking this way. The glow stick is bright enough, so you don't have anything to worry about. Besides, I'm here. I'll back you up if anything happens.
I have heard that you're a very good backup.
So, here's the deal. I went through that door over there, and I saw that there's a guy in Wolfman's costume. And
well, hold on. Are you sure it's a guy in a costume and not actually a wolfman?
Well, it was a very convincing costume.
I mean, I'm 10 years old here, buddy.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, you seem like a pretty brave girl. Why would you come here to investigate the place all by yourself if you weren't up to it?
I am bright.
Well,
And she winks at the camera. However, I'm not going to get into a fist fight with some kind of werewolf. I don't even have any garlic.
All right, trust me. I'll take care of the punching part. You take care of all the other stuff, then.
All right.
Okay, so once we open that door...
She opens the door.
Yeah, Firefly, you swing the door open and it's unlocked. And when you look in, you don't see anyone in there now.
I quickly look back. He's invisible. Can you see him? He's invisible.
He doesn't say anything.
I'm going to go into the room and close the door, very quickly. And then kind of go into a corner where I think I'm hiding, but I'm actually glowing because I have 4 glow sticks around my neck.
Yeah, and you see the same trail that appears from earlier with the one adult size shoe prints and probably someone a little older than you. That you see them they went up to that corner, and as Steph has probably described also.
All right, so I'll look around, being that I'm by myself, I think, and I'm gonna follow the footprints. I'm gonna try to walk in them. I'll put my feet in the footprints to not leave extra footprints, but probably not doing it very good.
Yeah, and you make your way over to that corner, and you see where looks like the smaller footprints just disappear there at the wall. And as soon as you do, the door springs open, and the Wolfman's sitting there. He looks at you, Firefly, and he goes, more money. And you see him slam a button on the wall and make me a 1d6 because you're surprised by this. So make me a 1d6 save.
I roll a 1.
The floor gives out from under you, and you start going down like a chute, just like a slide, and you're going straight down. Steph, of course, you see all this, but you're...
Yeah, Stealth suddenly, bolts at that place, but he, using his phase through, he flies towards it. And as she falls down, he's going to try and deactivate phase and just, and trying to get underneath her so that she would be, on his shoulder or on his back or something.
Yep, you're able to do that, and probably hopefully try to burden the fall somewhat when it comes to the end to hopefully protect. But the slide goes down for a ways, and both of you come out and kind of jump off the slide into this room that's dimly lit by candles and stuff. And you hear kind of some whimpering and some crying and coming from some voices on further in the room, and then you hear a voice go, Frank, bring me bring me that. But you can't really see it. It appears when you go into the room, it kind of bends and curves back around from where these voices are coming from.
Okay, well, I'm going to stand up and I'm going to stick my arms out to my side and start spinning around like Linda Carter. And then I'm going to do my light power that I generate a brilliant flash that can blind others. Anyone who sees me must make a save test, or failed against will give disadvantage on their next action.
Yeah, you brighten the room up, I'm sure, quite a bit from the dimly lit. And when you do, it's just moments later, and you hear that voice, that deep voice again go, I think we've got company, Frank. You take care of them. And around the corner, in just very short fashion, comes these two figures here. You see this very large figure. It probably stands 6'7" or 6'8", and very muscular, but he's kind of bent over. And then you see walking behind him this guy with this blue paint, bald-headed, that's covering his eyes and around his face and down the front of his deal. And he looks, first of all, they'll make their test. Frank will fail. And the good doctor passes. You see Frank kind of as he holds a hand up to his eyes. The gentleman behind him goes, another child for the experiments. You will be a great, great warrior for my army I am building. And he kind of curtsies. He says, I am Dr. Macabre. This is my friend Frank. He's the muscle of the bunch, you could say. And who might you be?
Clearly, I am Wonder Woman, I say. Put my hands on it.
Perfect. Frank, put her in a cage with the rest of them.
Oh, no, you don't.
Frank starts moving towards y'all, so everybody roll initiative, 2d6 totals.
I don't know if y'all can see it, but I don't see your picture. I just see you black.
Oh, really? Yeah, it shows up for me.
Oh, weird. It might just be me. I plugged my Ethernet back in, though, because maybe it was the Wi-Fi thing.
I got 1 and 5.
So 6 for stealth, and what did
I got 6 and 3, so 9.
9 for Firefly. Okay. You were up first, Firefly, as Frank is holding his hand up to his eyes and moving towards you.
All right, well, since he's moving towards me aggressively, I'm going to blast him with my light blast.
All right.
All right, so I'm going to roll 3. That's my special thing, so I'm going to roll 3d6 for that. I got 1 success. So
he takes 3 damage, is that right?
3 damage, yep.
Yeah, you hear him kind of growl out in pain.
Do I think that... I mean, I probably didn't know. I didn't notice whether or not the door closed when I fell through the trap door, right? Like if I'm trapped, like did it close behind me? Do I know that or no?
You would probably think you heard some swishing and noise. You would think that probably whatever the mechanism is, it probably closed back up.
Okay, that's what I figured. Okay, then I was going to blast him again.
All right.
And I say I got 1 6, so another 3 points.
All righty.
I just stay where I am right near the slide, I guess, right now, and I'm like. Anytime. All
right. Dr. Macabre and Frank had a 7. So Frank, nope, I'm sorry. The doctor's going to go first. He looks towards Frank and he goes, you are the grand one, my most favorite son. Take care of that little witch. As he says something to her, and it sees Frank kind of take his hand away from his eyes as he moves straight towards you. And then Firefly, you feel for just a moment something permeate into your mind as you look towards Dr. Macabre, and he gives you a sly smile like he just read your thoughts of what you were thinking.
Damn it.
But Frank moves towards you, and he is going to try to grab hold of you, and he will succeed. He has hold of you right now, and he's trying to swing around and walk back towards where you would think maybe the cages are that the good doctor talked about. But he has you grappled pretty much right now.
Go with me.
And his movement and doing that is going to take off his deal. The good doctor did what he did, so we're up to you, Stealth, as you see this happen.
Stealth was actually partially phased through the ceiling, and he deactivates his invisibility, and in his phasing state, he floats down from the ceiling and says, "Who disturbs my slumber?" And he's trying to fake a ghost to make these guys, jump out of their heads or something.
Firefly face palms.
Yeah, to see whether they are frightened or not.
You see Frank, he doesn't pay any attention. He just continues walking, lumbering along, holding Firefly. You hear the good doctor go, "I am the controller of such. You're not going to fool me with that."
Well, it was worth a try. And he actually floats right on top of the villain master. And, zoop, he's going, suddenly he goes down on the ground real flat so that deactivating his phase through so that sheet would cover the villain, perhaps blinding him temporarily, because I'm basically trying to wrap him in that blanket type of a thing.
Yeah, I'm going to give him a save, and I'll do it at disadvantage because he didn't expect that, and see if he's able to move out of the way or if you're going to be able to cover him up. He passed, so he moves out of your way as the sheet falls and hits the ground.
Okay. And for the other action, I'm going to say, well, he shrugs and gives him a straight punch across the face.
All right.
And 5 and 5, that's a success.
All right, you punched a good doctor for 1 point.
Oh, yeah.
And we were back to you, Firefly. You're grappled. If you want to get out of Frank's grasp, you just have to make a 2d6. Unless you had something that would give you advantage.
I don't, but can I blast him while he's holding me or no? Can I just put my...
Yeah, I'm going to say you can, yeah.
All right, so yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to... he probably has me thrown over his shoulder so that I'm kind of facing in the back. I just reach up with my right arm and just put it against the back of his head. And then I go, oh, and I squeeze off a light blast in the back of his head.
All right.
With a 5 is a success, right? It's 5 or 6, right?
Yep, so he'll take 3 more points.
Yep.
You hear him grunt and yell out again. Roar!
How tall is the ceiling?
You would think probably 12 feet, maybe 10 or 12 feet.
Okay, then I'm going to try to get up by flying. I'm going to try to fly out of his grasp and go up towards the ceiling. I'm assuming he's not tall enough to reach me if I go to the 12 feet up there. So 2d6.
You would think not. I mean, he's a pretty big guy, but you'd think it'd be a hard time for him to try to reach you up there.
Yeah, I mean, unless he has some kind of power, but that I do not know. 6 and a 1, so that's a success. So
you're able. He's distracted by you blasting him, and he's probably very disoriented. So yeah, you're able to get up out of his grasp.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I fly straight up towards the ceiling, out of his reach, and I go, knock him out, Dad.
And you notice something else, Firefly, real quick. When you get up to the ceiling, you see Frank more of where you've blasted him with this light and stuff. You start seeing some of that appears to be like it's healing over.
Yeah. Okay.
We are up to the doctor and Frank. The doctor is going to yell out at Frank again about praising him about he's the favorite son. And then he's going to look at you, Stealth, as you're standing there, and he's going to go, only weak men punch. Real men do this. And his face just turns into this contortion of this awful looking monster, probably a scary monster that you knew from a child. So make me a save, a 2d6 save.
5.
Yeah, you're able to fight it off as maybe you overcome your fears as a child as he gives this awful monster face and he looks towards you and you're able to fight it off then.
Yeah, he goes, ah! He just pees very little bit.
Frank is going to look towards the doctor and go, cannot reach on ceiling. I get this one. And he charges straight towards you in a powerful run, Stealth, and he's going to try to run into you and bowl you over. And he will do it, and as he does and just pounds into you, you'll take 2 points of damage. And now he make me a just a regular 2d6 test as he punches and pounds into you.
2 and 6.
Yeah, he tries to grab you up where you can't move and stuff, but you're able to fight out of it. So you'll take just the 2 points of damage right now. And we are up to you, Stealth, as Frank is right on top of you, breathing down on you.
Okay. Frank is going to fly out of there. He's going to try and grab Villain Master's legs and hurl him towards Frank for attacking action.
Yeah, you want to grab Dr. Macabre and try to throw him into Frank?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, 2d6. Oh, that's a failure. 3 and 2.
All right. You still have one action.
He's going to try that once more. Ooh, that's a good one. 6.
Yeah, you're able to swing him into Frank, causing we'll say 1 point of damage to each of them then.
Awesome.
Good.
And that will put us back to Firefly as you see all this happening.
So, are there other kids in here?
Yeah, once you can see around the corner, and maybe especially from your vantage point where you can see on further around the whole room, you notice a couple of cages. And if you remember from the news reports, there's been reported 6 kids missing so far. And you actually see and count 7 kids. And one of them's dressed as Charlie Brown, of course. So you would think this is all the missing kids. And you notice what appears to be like lab equipment set up. There's some beakers and stuff running and tubing and stuff. It appears like there's fluid and stuff going in some of these beakers and tubes. And there's like a little mini lab set up down here.
Oh, jeez. Is there another door out of here?
No, there is not. You do not see one. There may be, but you don't see one.
All right. I'm going to... I guess I don't know which kid has been here the longest, but what I'll do is I'll just use my best guess, and I'm going to go to the cage that's the furthest away from Charlie Brown, figuring they fill them in order. I'm going to use my move action to fly over them, and I'm going to ask that kid, I'm going to say, how do they get in and out? And then I'm going to, while I'm saying, I'm assuming I can talk, and that's a free action, right? And then while I'm over here, I'm just going to turn and blast the doctor with my
All right.
My blast to hopefully get him in the back to help stealth while I'm helping the kids. 1, 4, and 6. So that's a 1 success. So that should get the doctor.
So 3 points to the good doctor. Okay.
Doctor gets blasted.
Yeah, and one of the kids goes, "We don't know. They blindfold us when they leave and then take them off when they come back. We don't know how they get out."
Okay. Never fear. Wonder Woman will rescue you.
We go to the good doctor who picks himself off the ground, and he looks towards you again, Stealth, and he goes, "Your eyes, they are dark as the night. Your soul will be darker when I finish with you." And you see, poof, you're surrounded in this whole area of darkness that surrounds you, and you can't see anything.
Uh-oh.
You hear the boom, 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 the running of Frank is he's coming straight towards you, you would think, in the darkness. He's probably going to try to bowl into you. Frank does. He bowls straight into you, and you'll take 2 more points of damage as he just pummels into you with his big old fist.
Ooh, he goes down flying on the coal floor.
Yep, and he is on top of you. And make me a 2d6 test to see if he can try to hold on to you.
5 and 4 success.
Yep, he's trying to pummel and hold on to you, but you're able to get away from him. You're still in darkness. You can see right, of course, Frank's on top of you. It's up to you, Steph, but everything else around you is in complete darkness.
Okay.
And we are up to you.
All right. Stealth suddenly, tries to retaliate by punching, but he realizes he can't see a damn thing. So he activates his phase capacity.
Oh, Stealth's fixing to go all out. We got the train whistle. He's fixing to get it.
Oh, I'm muted. He's getting steamed up for an attack.
Yeah, he is. He's fixing to knock the heck out of Frank, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he just activates phase so that he won't be harmed by the pummeling. And for the second action, he just stumbles and stands up and says, "Hey, what are you trying to do? Hit me or something?" And then he just taunts him right there and says, "Firefly, just blast them," he says. And he stands there doing nothing.
He's in the dark. He's in the dark.
All right. Perfect. We're back to you, Firefly, as you're at the kids in the cages.
All right, so I'm gonna, I'm a pretty smart kid, so I'm looking around, and I know the cages are big and heavy, and I know that the desk is big and heavy, and the equipment. So I'm gonna look on the ground and see if I can see a trail, like scratches or whatever, as to where this equipment was brought in from. Because
yeah, just 2d6 unless you had some kind of investigation or perception or whatever it would give you.
I do not. I got a 5 and a 3, so 1 success.
Yeah, you're able to look, appears like on further down where it's still enough light that's reflected down that way, but it appears there's a small hallway leading down, and it's darker down that way, but you would think maybe leading out that way.
Okay, I'm gonna so that was probably my one action, right? So I'm still flying, so I can fly pretty fast. I'm gonna say, "Be right back," and then I'm gonna shoot down that hallway to see if I can find the exit before I let the kids out.
Yeah, roll while you're looking down that way. You can use your last deal to look around if you want to. Just 2d6.
All right, 5 and a 4, so 1 success.
Yeah, you're able to find what appears to be like a little brick, maybe along the wall that seems to be out of place. And as you shuffle it, and move it around, you can just pull it out. And there's like a lever there. And as soon as you pull that lever, there's a door. It opens up into the brick, kind of slowly opens up inward.
Oh, nice. Okay, so that's fine. That's all I can do right now, and I'm going to fly back.
We will go back to the good doctor. He thinks probably Frank has you under control, so he's going to ignore Stealth. He's going to walk around, and he's walking around to the cages. I'm going to say as far off as you went, I'm going to give him a disadvantage to see if he sees you down there, Firefly. Oh, he rolled a 6. He sees you down there, and let's see what he's going to do. He looks at you and he goes, "Wonder Woman, I know what she's most afraid of." And you see his face contort and distort and turn into the most god-awful thing you can think of. And make me a save, 2d6.
Oh, boy. I rolled 2 4s, so I fell.
You are just completely frightened and just you want to just scream out. Is what the most horrible visage of his face, and everything you do on your next turn will be a disadvantage.
Oof. Okay.
That's all he's going to do. Frank is going to try to find you, Stealth, but even if he does, you're phased, so he can't harm you. But no, you hear him kind of grumbling around and moving around in the dark like he's looking for you, so we're up to you, Stealth.
the area, the whole area is in the dark, or was it just Stealth who's blinded?
No, it's the whole area is in dark that you're
Okay.
in right now.
I gotcha. All right.
So you would have to, yeah, you'd have to try to move your way out of it to get out of it.
Okay, because his phase through, he just travels in one direction until he gets out of that darkness.
Yep, and you're able to do that. You probably move, you would think, 10, 20 feet out, and you move out into the room. Do you want to, well, I'll tell you what, I'll roll it random because it's going to be random. You're going to come out kind of closer to the direction where the chute was, where you and Firefly come in. You don't see
Okay.
Firefly, and you don't see the good doctor right now either. They're on far out of your vision.
Okay, he's gonna fly around and do a sweep of the vicinity, like do a quick circle, facing through different rooms so that he could orient himself.
Yeah, you come on around and then you'll see kind of what Firefly is seeing. You see the good Dr. Macabre standing there. You see the two cages with these kids in there, the missing kids. And you see the lab and stuff. And you see one further down, you can probably see where Firefly is sitting there, just this scared look on her face, just frozen in fear. And that's pretty much, that's going to take all of your turns to do all of it.
Okay.
But you definitely see all that now. You don't see Frank. He's still in the darkness. Firefly, we are back to you.
Okay, so am I too scared to head towards the direction that he's at?
No, you can move and stuff, but it's just anything you try to do is just be disadvantaged.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to close my eyes and put my hands straight forward like a Superman fly technique, and I'm just going to fly straight at him, kind of with my hands covering my eyes because I'm afraid of it, and try to knock him in the face with my. I'm gonna try.
All right.
Yeah. So I fly right at the doctor. I got a 2, so I miss.
All right.
I fly past him.
Yeah.
Once I realize that I stop, and I'm going to see. Does it seem feasible to open these cages? Like they're probably locked, right? They have like a key lock on them, or are they?
Yeah, you notice that they're chained and locked. Some heavy chain and heavy locks on them.
Okay. So what I'll do instead, since I went past him now and I'm there, I'm going to just try to take whatever, like my arms, and put them together, and then I'm just going to try to sweep the desk and knock all the lab equipment that I can on the ground in one go.
Yeah, you're able to start doing that. The good doctor doesn't like that at all.
Yeah, and I say, you're going to fail your chemistry test. You're going to fail your chemistry test.
He is going to look at you. Oh, good Lord. 2 6s. Poof. Everything around you is in complete darkness, Firefly.
Oh, good God, okay.
Yep.
All right.
Then he turns and he looks back towards where you are, Stealth, and he goes, I've had enough of you two. You will be scared of this, as he turns his face again. And make me a save. Stealth.
6.
Yeah, you're able to fight off the horrible face that he's making.
I've seen better faces at the costume shop that I stopped by earlier. Awesome.
You were able to resist it. Frank is stumbling around, and he's still in the dark. Frank can't get out of the dark right now. He's still trying to find his way out. So we're back up to you, Firefly.
Okay, so
Stealth didn't get to act this round, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I meant to say Stealth. That's my fault. Yeah, we're up to you, Stealth. I'm sorry, my fault.
All right, Stealth at that point flies straight into him, with his fist straight out. So going straight at the villain master's face and trying to punch, and that's a 5.
All right, you fly and punch into the good doctor for 1 point, okay?
And then he's going to turn around and that's the second one's a miss.
All right. You punch into the good doctor. He's not looking too happy at all with any of you right now. So we are up to you now, Firefly, as you see Stealth fly and beat into the doctor.
all right, so this is my weakness, darkness. So
no, I'm sorry. You would not have seen that. That's right. You're in darkness.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
You probably heard it, but you didn't see it.
Yeah, I'm freaking out. So since I don't really know where, because I don't know, I'm going to basically do what's stealth. I'm just going to try to run in a random direction to get out of the darkness. Because I know,
All right.
because I saw how it was cast on stealth, so I know it's just an area of darkness. So I'm going to try to just run in one direction.
Yeah, let me roll and see which way you come out. Hey, perfect. You run out almost on top of the doctor and stealth. You come out that direction, so you're like pretty close to him.
Oh, and I go trick or treat, and I'm going to activate my power where everybody has to make a save that sees me. Sorry, stealth. Or failed save will disadvantage any action that depends on vision. So I'm going to try to blind everybody.
All right, so I need to make a save.
Yeah, save.
The doctor will pass.
Is it 2d6?
Yeah, I don't know what's a normal save.
Yeah, 2d6 normal.
Oh man, stealth fails.
All right. Well, you're blinded for this your next actions are at disadvantage. Sorry.
He says
If it requires sight.
he whines. It's like one moment it's complete darkness, and another it's blinding light.
That's her fright. Does that when she's scared. So yeah, she's very blinded all the kids too.
As you do that, the good doctor looks at you and he goes, "Oh, darkness will always win over light. I'll be back soon, little girl, and we'll play again." And you see him turn into like this dark shadowed mist, and he starts moving along through the air and phases out the wall and is gone.
Okay.
Frank, let's see what old Frank's going to make it out. Frank is still stuck in the darkness over there. So you do not see the good doctor. You see he just turned into this dark shadow mist and like phased completely through the brick wall and is gone. And we are back to you then, Stealth.
Stealth turns on his phasing ability and chases after the doctor.
All right. You go that area.
I just realized that he's blind. He can't see anything.
Oh yeah, blinded. You're not completely blinded, but whatever you do will be a disadvantage. So I don't know. If you let him roll to chase him, but have a disadvantage. I don't know if that.
I gotcha. Yeah. Do I need to make a disadvantage roll to find out which direction he went?
Yeah, if you want to run and try to phase through that wall, but he went, you can. But roll me a 1d6 here at disadvantage after you come out to see if you see him or any sign of him.
Come on, baby. Oh man, 2. No.
Yeah, you come out into like what appears to be an alleyway on the street there, and of course, being as dark as it is this night, you don't see any shape, form. You don't see anybody walking up and down this alleyway or hear any noise at all.
Curses! I missed them. How come I always miss the bad guys? And he goes right back in to where Firefly is.
All right. And you see Stealth come back in, Fireflies. It's up to you. As far as you know, Frank is still stuck in the darkness. You kind of hear him grumbling and mumbling.
So those darkness things didn't leave when the doctor did?
Nope, they're still there for right now.
Yeah, which means the desk is still in darkness as well. So I'm going to hold my breath, close my eyes, and I'm going to take one step into the darkness that's by the desk, and I'm going to try to activate that power again and see if it kills his darkness.
All right.
I don't know if it would or not, but that's what I'm going to try to do. And if I open my eyes and I'm still in darkness, I'm going to take a step backwards. Because what I want to do is check the desk for the keys, but I'm not going to walk into the darkness to check the desk because I'm just scared of the dark. And so I don't know if that would work or not. That's I guess up to you. I don't think.
Yeah, just roll me. It'd be 3D. Just roll me through. I'll let you have advantage. It's a great idea. Roll 3d6.
Okay. Nope. I guess my weakness overcame. I got a 2, a 2, and a 3.
Oh no. Yeah, it seems to dissipate some of it, but there's still some there.
Okay, so that scares me still. So I step out, and when I see Stealth appear, I say, "We have to get the kids out," but I don't have the key. We need the key, I think.
All right, you call for backup. He, says, "Ask for District Attorney Yeah, just call this number, and then he hands over the comm, and he goes back into that darkness.
Are you gonna go back into the darkness where Frank was, or back towards the darkness where Firefly just come out?
Well, where Firefly just came out, and it says, "So the keys. What do you think the keys are? Where are the kids, by the way?"
The kids are right there in the cages. I point directly behind you.
Okay.
Like right there. Figures an adult. She shakes her head.
All right.
Well, I assume the keys are in the desk. I don't actually know.
Stealth is just gonna try something. He's gonna just grab that lock and then try and punch it or do something. Is there any crowbar or anything that he could improvise as a crowbar?
No, but if you want to try to pull the chain and lock off, you can. It'll be unless you have something that gives you advantage on strength stuff, just be 2d6.
Yeah, he's just gonna do that. It's like, all right, kid, this is what being an adult is all about. And he pumps himself, and goes up there, grabs the chain, and starts yanking it. And wow, I did roll a 6 and 1. So
Yeah, you work on it and are able to break the first one off enough to open the door to that cage.
yeah. And kids, I guess they cry like that, and he says, come on, kids, it's time to get out of here. Here, follow us.
Well, there's 6 more. There's 6 more, Dad.
Oh, brother, there's so many of them. All right.
Can I stick my hand on the lock and try to blast it with my light blast? Is that something like that?
Yeah, you can do that. That's you don't even have to roll for something like that. It's a great idea.
Yeah. So I start blasting the locks if I can, and we start to let the kids out. Of course.
Let me see if old Frank is going to make it out of the dark.
I have no idea Frank's there at all, because I wasn't part of that.
No, Frank is still in the dark. He's rolling horrible.
Yeah, I don't even know he's there, so I'm not paying Frank at all. I just try to blast the locks off and get the kids out.
Yep, you're able to get the kids out, and eventually the dark will dissipate, and you see Frank sitting there going, "Father, where is Father? He left again." And he's not making any aggressive move towards y'all at this point.
Yeah. Stealth just goes up there, activates his phase just in case, and says, all right, just take the kids out that way. I'm going to keep an eye on this guy so that...
Hold on. Use my magic lasso. And I take my jump rope that I'm using as a magic lasso, and I'm going to go up to Frank, and I'm going to say, put your hands out.
Okay.
Then I wrap his hands up with the magic lasso, and I say, you have to tell us the truth now. Where is your secret hideout?
Here. This is here.
Oh. She shrugs her shoulders low and goes and lets the kids out.
Stealth goes, hey, so where do you come from, Frank? Your name's Frank, right?
Yes. My name is Frank. I live here.
You live here? How long did you live here?
All my life.
And how long is that? A couple of years? 5 years?
I am
years?
23, I think.
Okay. And that was your dad that we met earlier?
He is dead to all of us. He is the doctor.
How many of you are there? How many brothers and sisters do you have?
I don't count well, but he starts pointing at all the kids.
Uh-oh. How long did you live with your brothers and sisters?
They've been here a few days, not long.
Are there other brothers and sisters that you've known?
No.
Okay, well, we're gonna find you a nice home for you, Frank, or someplace that's brighter than here, I suppose.
Very dark. Frank don't like dark. Cannot get out of dark.
Well, we're gonna take you out to a place that's lighter than this, and then Stealth calls in for a backup. Calls the district attorney's office and his law enforcement partners or support folks.
Tell me,
Take care of
Stealth Flighter, how's the story going to end now as we have reached the point of where y'all have saved the children?
Yeah, Stealth basically walks out of there and sees that all the kids are, taken out from that place. And he walks up next to Firefly and says, "Good job over there. Wow, that was quite a bang-up job that you did in there. And it was pretty dark, too."
It was very dark.
Yeah, but it's too bad that we missed that doctor.
Well, you have to look at your successes in life.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Well, you sound more mature than I am. Well, good going, kid. I'll see you later. And then Stealth Flighter just flies up into the air and shoo! He's heading off home, wherever that is. And on his way, he says, "My name is Flighter. Good to meet you, Firefly." And he goes up. He flies out. But on his way, he's thinking, "Oh boy, this is like the third time that I let a bad guy escape. What a shame. If the captain were to see me like this, then he'll be pretty disappointed." And he says, "All right, I gotta come up with a special move. I have to fly faster than I've ever flown before." And then he tries to push himself, and he goes faster and faster and faster, and all of a sudden, boom, he breaks the sound barrier. So hopefully, because it's his third, round of playing the game, for the next session, he's gonna gain flight level 2.
All right, perfect.
Yes.
How about Firefly as everything is wrapping up and the good doctor made his escape by using his darkness to turn into shadow and get away from y'all? But how's it going to end for Firefly at this point?
So Firefly's pretty happy. This is really actually, she didn't want to say anything to Flighter, but this was really her first kind of big assignment. And she actually, was told originally to go tomorrow, but she wanted to see if she could solve it herself. So she was very happy that Flighter was there because she's not sure she could have done it without him, and she definitely looks to him as a mentor. And she thinks that she might do Sailor Moon next Halloween.
All right. Oh, the story ends with the two superheroes successfully finding and locating the missing children. Luckily, the evil Dr. Macabre, or Dr. Macabre, as some would say, evidently did not have time to do whatever he was up to mess with any of the children. They all check out medically cleared, return to their families, their home. The Wolfman was just a employee of the Kings of Scream, and the good doctor was paying him some money to make sure the kids fell down the chute, and so he was arrested and taken to jail. Frank was taken and getting some help from medical and other institutions, but it was finally discovered and put in the news later that Frank was actually Big Bobby Frank, who was a famous college football player from this town. And it was reported 10 years ago that he was killed in a car wreck when his car ran off of the road into a river, but the body was never recovered. But the DNA testing shows that this is Big Bobby Frank. And Frank evidently gets some help, who knows. We go next as we end the Kings of Scream. We see off in a cave entrance somewhere along the sea as the waves are splashing up, and we go inside of a cave, and you see a figure standing there. He's got his back turned, and you can see his arms are crossed, and you hear him go, "You idiot! I am so tired of having to do everything myself. have everything done. I told you this was the worst idea of wanting to take these kids and make them into these super soldiers. I mean, wasn't frank enough? And now you run away like the coward you are. I have got to do everything by myself, it would seem. That's why they call me Lord Vane. That is the end of the adventure known as Kings of Scream, as we played Tiny Supers and had our two superheroes, Firefly, played by Daniel, and Self Flutter, played by Jan. Thank both of y'all, and we'll see how Lord Vane comes into play next time.
All right. Thanks, Tony. It's fun.
Awesome. Yeah, that